We're live. We're good. We're here. I think. Did it work? Did it work? Did it work? Come on. Is it on? What the fuck? Are we live? What? What the fuck? I'm very confused. I am so confused right now. Like, I don't understand why the scheduled stream that Pincalo helped me set up isn't the one that went live. I'm very confused. Like, I really don't understand. Because Pincalo and I set up a whole bunch of things that I don't understand. Why did this fucking happen? It was working when I stood up out of the chair. Yeah, I know. And then I hit go live. Numlock. No, I didn't push anything. Which one is my numlock key again? Is it the same as on a computer, like a PC, at the very top on the right? Okay. But, like, the whole thing, like, with the title and everything that I set up, didn't go live the way that we set it up. So now I have to re-fucking edit everything. Because for some stupid reason, it changed all of the titles. Like, I had 4 people waiting. I'm pissed. I had 4 people waiting. And it didn't go live to the place that it was supposed to. I'm very pissed off. Oh, fuck. Yes? Oh. Okay. You didn't have... And the fact... No, it was a whole new stream set, too. Like, there was a whole... It set up a whole new stream. Like, there was a bunch of people waiting in a whole different stream setup. Pre-stream. That's what I'm annoyed about. Okay, well, this is wasting more time. Okay. I hit 2. Ah. Okay. 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 Alright. Love you, bye. Stupid fucking... Alright, let's get this shared. Even though it's not even the right fucking... Okay, stop. I hate when things go wrong. Okay, here we go. So, I hope that everyone's having a good weekend. I'm kind of annoyed about this, but oh well. I hope everyone's having a good day and ready to have a good weekend. We are also wishing Mr. Skepdoc a very happy birthday. He's been a good long friend of the channel, and I hope he is having a good day. And so yeah, I hope Skep is having a wonderful day, a good birthday, and yeah, hopefully all the people that I had waiting in the other pre-stream will be able to come over here. God, that's annoying. Okay. I am all discombobulated now. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. So, I forgot to hit the scene switch button. Okay. So, our first story is a CTV article So this says Ontario School Board apologizes after 4-year-old student walks home alone. Say what? Like we're lucky at the location, like at how close our kid's school is. And I still wouldn't let my youngest walk home by himself. That's just stupid. Yeah, I know I had some problems with the stream issues. I'm sorry. I'll try again. It just didn't go properly. I sound quiet. Hold on. Oh no, I sound fine. Why do I always sound quiet to you, Costin? My mic's working pretty good actually. I just checked the watch page. Okay, so this 4-year-old, so they had to have been in junior kindergarten. If they're 4. So, let's take a look at that. Which school board is this? I wonder. So this was published today. This is a today story, October 5th. Oh, east of Toronto. Of course. A school board east of Toronto is apologizing after a 4-year-old student walked home alone during lunchtime earlier this week. Oh, Pickering. Good old Pickering. Pickering, Ontario. Mother, Victoria McDonald, told CTV News Toronto when Pickering, Ontario. Mother Victoria McDonald told CTV News Toronto she and her husband were sitting at home in their living room on Monday around 1:15 when their door opened. We saw his head pop in and we were just kind of confused. Both of us thought that maybe like a teacher escorted him home. Yeah. I would have thought the same. First of all, I would have been like, why are you here? I packed you lunch. Never mind the volume comment that was on my end. Yeah, Pink Hollow said check your YouTube volume. It defaults to 50. Which it does. It's kind of annoying. So yeah, this kid just like wow. The preschooler explained he had walked the 10-minute journey from Glen Grove Public School. That's a long walk for a 4-year-old by themselves. 10 minutes. That's no. That is not acceptable. At all. I'm sorry. Like, even back when we were kids, that would not be. No, that's not okay. By himself, which included what McDonald described was a busy 4-way stop sign intersection while his class played outside during lunch because he was thirsty. Where was the on-duty teacher for him to go to and ask to go to a drinking fountain? This is... What the hell is going on here? Like... Wow. That's insane. Where the hell was the the schoolyard supervisor. That is, like, what happens if he got hit by a car? We're upset. We just can't believe that happened. And a million things could have gone wrong, McDonald said. He could have been kidnapped or hit by a car. Exactly. Exactly. And nobody would have known. Nobody would have known. Because the parents would have assumed he was at school, where he should have been. And apparently there was no on-duty teacher to be like, hey, little guy, where are you going? You found me. Yes. Yes. Seriously, though, where is, like, what? This is insane. How can a 4-year-old, like, my kid, my youngest, was having a really bad day last year, and he really wanted to see me, and he missed me, and he took off home, and the teacher was right behind him the whole way. Like, they both got to the house at the same time, and she, like, physically carried him back to school after I told him in no uncertain terms was he to ever do that crap again. But, like I said, our school, like, without giving out complete details, like, we are lucky at how close we are to our school. But 10 minutes, like, holy shit. On top of that, all the school board says is sorry. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're sorry. The parents that said they then walked their son back to class, at which point he had been off school for more than 20 minutes. And I bet at no point had their phones rung. And you know what? I, at this point, as a parent, would be fighting with myself going, do I call the school and let them know? Or do I not call the school and test how long it takes for them to notice and call me? Do you know what I mean? Like, do I call them and go, my son is here, why the fuck is my son here? Or do I not call them and wait to see if they call me and then be like, why did it take you this long? Thank God he came right home and I have him. Costin says, when I was in kindergarten, I went home at recess because I didn't understand time and thought it was home time. Oh, oops. Oopsie. McDonald said neither of the two school employees who were supervising the children at the time had noticed a student was missing. For over 20 minutes. That's terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying. I wouldn't have went with him back to school. I would have waited to see what they said. Yeah. No, I would have taken him back to school and told him you can't leave school. You have to go back. But I definitely would have been at war with myself about, hey, do I call them or do I wait to see if they call me? And then be like, why the fuck did it take you this long to call me? You're damn lucky he made it home. Obviously they weren't paying attention, she said. After speaking with the school's administration, McDonald said the principal suggested that cutting outdoor time during lunchtime to avoid a similar incident in the future, which she argued isn't fair. No! No, you don't punish the kids because your fucking employees are useless. Okay, they're 4. It's not like they're 8, 9, 10 years old and no better. Okay, they're 4. They're still getting used to school. Alright? Some of these kids have been to daycare and they know, right? Some of these kids have not, and they just come right from being at home all the time straight to school. Okay? And to punish them because you have lazy, unobservant teachers is not fair. You need to either put more teachers out there, which I guarantee you don't have, or you need to severely lay the hammer down on these people and be like, listen, you lazy fuckers, if you cannot correctly observe children, you should not be in this position of work. And if you cannot take the safety of children on and off the school grounds during school hours seriously, well then, my friends, you can just go and find yourself a new line of work and you can leave. Because that is unacceptable. And the fact that one of the supervising teachers was one of the kids' own teacher, that's a bigger problem. Yes. Like I said, in our experience, when our kid ran home, one of his actual classroom teachers was right behind him. Like, there was no, oh, you lost track of the baby. Like, no, he was right there. So she goes and says, I mean, it's not the kid's fault. It's the teachers that weren't paying attention and doing their job. Exactly. The parents said they've since heard from their son's teacher, who was one of those supervising the children at the time of the incident, and she apologized. Moreover, in an email to CTV News, the Durham District School Board, DDSB, said it was aware of the incident and they are currently investigating. The safety and well-being of our students is our top priority, a spokesperson for the DDSB said. The school administration has taken immediate steps at the school level to address this and has put in place more precautions to ensure that something like this doesn't happen again. What, you mean like making sure the kids don't play outside? Only time I tried to run away from school was when the kindergarten teacher decided to hit me in front of the entire class. Yeah, I would run away too. The AVs when there were 0 repercussions for corporal punishment. Yep. Those were the days. We extend our sincere apologies to the family impacted by this incident. Meanwhile, McDonald and her said that she and her husband had spoken to their son and said that he should speak to his teacher if he needs something. But I mean, he's 4. It's not his fault, she said. No, it's really not. Like, this is why school and stuff like this exists, so you can learn how to be a kid, you know? Okay, so so honey, do I have to close this window and then go to the next one, or if I switch to the next one. Okay. Hopefully you guys see a different story. If I had been thinking straight, I would have hit her back. I mean, the school did put up a big giant fence from the kindergarten and underwires because of our kids, so it does make sense. Yeah, like within a week of our kids escaping school, they put up a fence. Yep. Yeah, they now have a big, they made a big, basically a dog run for the kindergartners at the school. And they, they didn't say it was specifically because of our kid, but I think our kid had something to do with it. I really do. I, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna pretend. um, so hopefully you guys can see. So hopefully the screen has changed. Ah, the kindergarten zoo. Yes, it literally has a big gate with a lock that the teachers have to unlock to let the children out at the end of the day. Okay, you can go to mommy now. Okay. Where are we here? Boop ba doop ba doop ba doop. Antarctic research stations rife, I say, with sexism and harassment, probe finds. Well, it is really cold down there, so maybe people are just trying to warm up. I don't know. That's actually good thinking as it keeps unwanted people out as well. Yep. Yep, I like it. I think it's a good idea. And it's big. It's a good size. And they've got they can run around in it, and cuz some of the older kids are rough too, so it keeps the kindergartners safe when it's playtime and everything, so they can play with toys and whatever, and they don't have to worry about the bigger kids. It's cold, they just want to cuddle, right? I like it because I can just look outside and see if the boy is behaving or not. Yes, I agree. I like it too. Because he's got such a distinct voice that I like. If on I won't be able to do it in the winter, but on days where the windows are open and they're outside, and if I can hear him, whether he's being happy or angry or whatever, I can tell. So the report focused on Australian run bases, but scientists said the problem is far bigger. Which scientists? Really? Which ones? I'm I'm very, 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 very convinced. Uh, all I could think about when I found this article was the George Carlin joke about rape at the equator. Or was it Robin Williams? Oh no, it was George Carlin. Because it talked about the Eskimo. Wait. it talked about the Eskimo woman getting. Oh, yeah. Oh. So Meredith Nash has spoken to a lot of Antarctic researchers, but she's particularly concerned about the young women just starting out. Oh, of course. Nash is the author of a new report that found a widespread culture of sexism and sexual harassment among Australia's research bases. It's Australia! I'm sorry, but I've met a lot of Australian women who left Australia and moved to either America or Canada specifically because the men there are jerks. Like, and I don't mean like your typical like third wave feminist toxic masculinity men being jerks way. I mean like actual jerks. I literally, like, there are a lot of Australian women who will say that Australian men treat their women like shit. My parents put their dog in doggy daycare. So there was a camera so that the doggy parents could see how their dogs were interacting with the other dogs. Oh yeah, no, they do that at daycares too sometimes. We had an app for the daycare where like it wasn't a live feed, but they would post pictures and like little video clips and updates every day about what was going on so that the parents could know what was happening. They would also put in like what they had for lunch and whether they ate it all or not. And they would report naps and all this stuff. She conducted dozens of in-depth interviews and informal conversations with Antarctic workers. The ones that stood out for me the most were from PhD students and the women that were going to the Antarctic for the first time. What's her title? Said Nash, the Associate Dean. Okay? There's a dean of this shit now, ready? The Associate Dean of Diversity, Belonging, Inclusivity, and Equity at Australia's National University. There is a dean position for this shit. The dog was promptly removed as she was getting doggy molested by the other dogs. Oh no. Channels trying to show a NASA flight but having to block the comments for some reason. That's amusing. That's very amusing. They were so excited to collect data for the studies, and then they had a horrible experience down south. You know, they were either harassed or stalked or assaulted, and then of course they came back, she told As It Happens host. Oh my god. Women seen as an inconvenience. Where? You know what the only time I could see it being an inconvenience? Having to deal with being on your period at an Antarctic research station. That would suck. That would really fucking suck. I'm sorry. I just have to say it. I have to say it. The report, which was commissioned by the Australian Antarctic Division, unveiled a workplace culture that is predatory and objectifying and doesn't take women's needs into account, then okay. First of all, if the actual division of research in your country is commissioning a report of this nature, then clearly it's not as big a problem as you guys think it is, because you are already aware of the fact that it could exist and you want to know how bad it exists so that you can fix it, which is already like half the battle, right? So the very fact that you are even thinking about doing this report and having this report done shows that even, or at least at the very top of things, even for just the sake of optics, we have people that are conscious of this stuff. Hello, Selected Boy. I'm fairly sure some thirsty women harass some men too. Oh, guarantee. Guarantee, especially, like, I'm sorry, there are some pretty horny scientists, women scientists out there. Participants observed that women experienced a range of harassment, including uninvited physical contact or gestures, unwelcome requests for sexual advances or innuendo. How do you request to provide a sexual innuendo? Unwelcome requests for sex, sexual comments or innuendo, intrusive questions, displays of offensive or pornographic material, and sex-based insults or taunts, and unwanted invitations. It breeds. There's a saying that what happens in Antarctica stays in Antarctica. People see it as a place without rules. That must be a saying only within the research people. I just have to say that. I remember university harassment was kind of the norm in the undergrad program. You kind of just had to learn how to tell someone to go fuck themselves. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. It's... And what are we defining as, like, because those are all very vague things, like, except for the unwelcome requests for sex. That's the only definitely specific thing in this report. Everything else is like, well, he said an unwelcome sexual comment to me. Well, what was that? He said that my bra strap was showing. Well, was it? Well, yeah. Well, maybe he was worried that you might be uncomfortable and he was trying to help you by saying, hey, your bra strap is showing. I'm not sure if you know or not. Or he said, you know, a nice tits. Okay, did you tell him I don't want you to say that to me? Or did you just go and walk away and then go cry? Like, did you actually use your words and say, shut up, I don't want that? Medical students are especially kind of socially stupid. That, yeah. So Nash says harassment in Antarctica has been an open secret for decades. Well, how is it a secret then? If it's an open secret, then it's not really a secret. Antarctica has been a continent for men, she said. then why are there women researchers down there? At all. If it was just a continent for men, why are... Because it's always an after the fact bullshit thing. You know what I really do want to see? Somebody break down crying after they get a compliment of nice tits. I just want to see it happen one time. I do. Me too. If somebody said nice tits, I'd say thanks, right? Like, I was walking home a couple weeks back from the gym. And somebody drove by and he was like, woo! Out his window, right? And I'm like, and he's driving slow. And I'm like, thank you. I've been working really hard. You know, like, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I was catcalled. Oh, it was horrible. It was a sight for heroic men conquering the continent, and women were never supposed to be there. Even though women have been doing terrestrial field work in Antarctica for decades now, there have been no systems set up for them. What systems? It's a research station. There's no... What systems? All the quote unquote systems that you guys are bitching about already exist, because if you are on a research base run by your government, guess whose fucking laws apply in that research base? Because Antarctica doesn't have a formal government, because it's not a fucking country, or doesn't have any countries in it. That's why when you're in your research station follows your country's laws and international law. So, considering that women have plenty of protection under international law, and I know that Australia being a Western country, women also have rights. So what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know if they know this, but catcalling doesn't indicate if they're touching you. I agree. The men clearly could do it. Right? Set up your own systems, women. Exactly. Well, look at the comments you've been getting on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram about the new cosplay. Yes. Yes. It's very interesting. The women have been saying like it's really hot, and the men are like, you know, ew, you know, it's very weird. Not just an Australian problem. The problem isn't unique to Australian-run facilities. Of course not. Of course it's not. A report released this summer by the U.S. National Science Foundation found sexual harassment, stalking, and sexual assault and ongoing continuing problems at U.S.-run research stations. Carol Devine, a social scientist in Northern Ontario, who has taken 5 research... Oh, wait, there have been leaders who have tried to create safe spaces for women? Oh, but I thought that there were none there. You can't have it both ways. But says she's also witnessed some of the sexist behavior mentioned in the national reports. At one male-dominated scientific station, she says there was an uncomfortable amount of pinup girls Pinup girls? There was an uncomfortable amount of pinup girls and porn in the guys' dorms. Why do you care? You're not supposed to be in there. And what the fuck is wrong with a pinup girl? Also, you prude. Bishop! Lasers, tasers are a thing, so is hairspray. Hell, just get a water spray bottle. Oh. God damn, people are stupid. A small settlement of... Oops. Oh, it's a picture. Alright, so that ends that article. What a ridiculous report. This is ridiculous. I just don't understand. I really just don't understand. Pinup girls are fun. I like doing pinup girl photography. These people need to stop being such whiny bitches. They do. Actually, a fair number of women need a good cold spray. I agree. I definitely agree with that. Aww. Pinup girls are great. My dad had a great story. When he was a teacher, some kid got in trouble for having a pinup girl taped in his locker. It was his mother. He was proud. See, honey? See, honey? That's what's gonna happen with our kids. They're gonna be like, damn right my mom is like that. The hell just happened? Okay. So, Velma is officially a lesbian. Clips from the new movie Trick or Trick. Let's try this again. Clips from the brand new movie Trick or Treat, Scooby-Doo, which show the mystery incorporate Google-eyed and speechless when encountering costume designer Coco Diablo. Went viral on Twitter, confirming the suspicions that fans have had for decades. Oh my god. We really can't just leave it to the imagination. It has to be right in our faces. Like, do we really, does it really have to be like that? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Oh, lesbian Velma finally reads one tweet, which has over 100,000 likes, of course. It's long been an open secret among fans and Scooby-Doo creators that Velma is gay. Even James Gunn, who wrote the earlier live-action films, and Tony Cervone, who served as supervising producer on the Mystery Incorporated series, has confirmed the character's sexuality, but were never able to make it or confirm it on screen. Who cares? We don't need to see it. We don't need to see it. Like, wait, was that an alert? Hold on. I swear I just heard. How did the alert list box work? No, I need. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to. Weird. Weird. It's nice to get some confirmation for the Rule 34 crowd. I guess. I see nothing wrong with this, though. I don't. It was in our faces. On the upside, they kept her nerdy hot. That's true. So I do not know what that thing was that flashed. If it was an alert and hold on, let me check my Streamlabs app. That maybe that will help. Let's see. Ha! Secret boyfriend donated $5. That's funny. Just for $5 a month, you can simp to her too. Yes, for just $5. For $5. Just $5. You could actually do Streamlabs does do monthly. What's it called? You could either pick one time or monthly. So it's up that it's all up to you. The female form is attractive. Even girls who are straight appreciate other females. Who do you think buys the fashion magazines? Exactly. You have to be able to look at women, even if you're straight, and be like, that's hot. I wonder what that would look like on me. Okay, so now we're going to move on to hold on. Yeah, here we go. So we're going to watch a couple of videos now. So we're going to watch a couple of videos about, the first one is about the weirdest Japanese cult. So let's take a look at this.
Dennis!
Celebrity seances,
Hot I am ready.
political parties, anime films.
We have the media, political party, we're a religion. It's like, what is this thing?
Happy Science claims to be a religion preaching love and happiness.
Happy Science. Happy Science. Okay. That's weird.
Others disagree.
It's very much focused on remilitarizing Japan.
She was very keen on Japan invading China and Korea.
Oh my god, it's the Chimpokemon cult. South Park is really a thing. Holy shit.
Walking away from the building, I thought, like, wait a minute, is this a cult?
You will attain the true happiness in your life.
This is False Gods. And in this episode, we're sticking our nose into the weird world of Ryuo Okawa, the kingpin of a mysterious organization called Happy Science.
Oh my god. As opposed to depressed science? Yes. Yes. As opposed to depressed nihilistic science. Yes.
Happy Science is a universal religion for today, founded by Master Ryuho Okawa in 1986.
Happy Science was founded.
Why does that Japanese person why does the person sound like they're a phone sex operator?
By Ryuo Okawa after he realized he was literally God while working abroad on Wall Street. The group's teachings are a mashup of New Age thinking, far-right nationalism, and self-help advice. It claims to have 12 million followers worldwide.
Is the one that gives me $25,000 just for showing up. Every time I show up as well, Elwin. Not just the first time. Every time. Every time I go to a cult meeting, I require 25 grand in cash, no questions asked. That's what I require. I don't want a fucking check. I don't want to have to pay taxes on it. I just want a stack of cash every time I show up. That's what I want. That's a cult I'll join.
With branches and temples in over 100 countries.
One source, one planet, one people. Welcome to Happy Science.
This is why there are so many people, because they're fooled by this voice.
Asks believers to part with cash to rise through the ranks on the way to enlightenment. Critics have called it a spiritual pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
The level of commitment varies. Some followers are full-time ministers, others just donate a tenner online.
There are membership fees, there are donations for prayers, for blessings. Members may kind of rise in status based on donation to Okawa and his larger project.
You mean like Scientology, Mormonism? Every time, yep. One ring.
Happy Science's annual income has been gauged at $45 million.
God damn.
The followers, they seem very adamant about classifying that this is not a cult.
We have never conducted such a practice of pyramid scheme.
No, we're not a cult, we swear.
We don't have ranks, as I mentioned. We don't have a tiered system. And the missionary work of our members is to become members of Happy Science.
Happy Science teaches
We're honest. We don't want any of the things that every other religion ever wanted and has. You know? Like Christianity. They wanted money and adherence and power, but they all put it under the guise of, oh no, we just want to spread the love of Jesus Christ. Same with Muslims, except it was to spread Allah's message. Same with Jews. Same with every religion. This is, oh my God.
is that the earth was created millions of years ago.
The time has come to begin the creation of the human race here on Earth.
It was at this time that El Miore, the former ruler of Venus and the first ninth dimensional being of the Earth,
I ran into a dude who wore his wedding ring as the one ring. His wife was not. Why? Remember, this is YouTube, not Twitch. Pause every 20 seconds. Yep. I want a reverse collection plate. Exactly.
changed his name to El Cantare.
When I entered
El Cantare,
the meditation room, I saw a gold statue in the center of the room. And at first I thought it was Jesus. I started thinking, like, Jesus does not look like that.
It's gold Jesus. It's golden Jesus.
Is this like Japanese Jesus? But like, why is he wearing a tall hat? I don't understand. Is this Buddha? But I started to figure out.
Buddha doesn't wear a big hat either.
Like, no, this is El Cantare.
According to Happy Science, he has been reborn over and over again in order.
Why does El Cantare sound like some sort of like mariachi slash, like, he sounds like some mean mariachi. Do you know what I mean? Like, he sounds like he does mariachi as a front, but he's actually like some really bad motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, El Cantare.
In order to keep an eye on humanity, he'd have previously taken the form of figures like Odin and Buddha.
In their cosmology, El Cantare
and Buddha
is an ancient god from Venus.
And guess who El Cantare is today? That's right, Ryuo Okawa. This guy's the supreme god of earth, more powerful than Jesus, Allah, and Moses combined.
He's Super Jesus.
さらに私は、ブッダも魂の兄弟の一人で、ブッダも地上に送り込んだ。2500年前に送った。さらにマホメットですね、ムハンマド、イスラム教のムハンマドも私は地上に送りましたと。
So,
I do not know what he said. I do not know what he said.
So far, Ryuo has pumped out over 2,000 books, the vast majority of
2,000 books,
which are direct transcriptions of his video lectures. In 2011, Okawa claimed the Guinness World Record for the most books written in 1 year by one person.
Wow.
Happy Science can look like.
He has written 2,000 books. That is craziness. That is absolute craziness. So a Shinto priest, yes. He's all the super best friends rolled into one. Yes, exactly.
Like a media franchise fandom, their media output is prodigious. At last count, at least in English, the number of books numbering, I think, nearly 3,000.
These aren't Happy Science's only cultural contributions to the world. It hates media so much that it basically went and invented its own media and even started an all-girl pop group called Angel.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Angel... Wait, when was... Angel 1? Is that what it's called? Is that what he said it was called? Let me put this back.
Cultural contributions to the world. It hates media so much that it basically went and invented its own media and even started an all-girl pop group called Angel.
Angel, what?
As well as the books, it uses anime films to push its ideology. Did you know that Satan is actually half cat, half man, army general who used a flying saucer to hunt dinosaurs to extinction?
Okay then. Somebody's been into the acid a little too much, I think. And yeah, that's just weird.
And there's more. Ryuo says that when on Earth, this intergalactic cat Satan disguises itself as a furry. All of these things act as vessels for Ryuo's sprawling worldview.
Of course Satan's a furry. Of fucking course Satan's a furry. Oh my god. This is too much. What is wrong with people?
While Ryuo keeps most of his followers at arm's length, he's much more eager to get intimate with dead people.
Ew.
Especially the famous ones.
There was a flyer going around London. It was for a seance where this organisation called Happy Science was going to try and get the ghost of Margaret Thatcher and summon her and ask her what Britain should do about Brexit.
No way. No way. This must be a written novel or something.
Margaret Thatcher, come down to this place and answer our questions.
You find you were dead yesterday.
Huh?
Can you understand?
I can. And answer our questions.
You find you were dead yesterday.
Huh?
Can you understand?
I can.
Oh my god. There's a Japanese guy pretending to channel Margaret Thatcher. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh.
I'm still alive.
So he pretends to embody the spirit and become Margaret Thatcher.
Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher.
Prime Minister. Dennis!
Many of these happy science seances are framed as bizarre press conferences.
Wow.
Gangs of fawning underlings pose as journalists as Ryuo is possessed by famous figures from history.
How does anybody fall for this shit? Angrish. How does anybody fall for this?
Whether it's Thatcher, Steve Jobs, Freddie Mercury, Barack Obama, or merely Jesus.
Barack Obama's not dead. How can you... How can you conduct a seance on somebody who's not even dead? How the fuck does anybody fall for this shit? How can you conduct a seance on an alive person? Or what, you're gonna say you're channeling him now? Oh, I'm possessed by the soul of Barack Obama. Like sometimes, randomly, whenever I want to, I can call his soul forth, and his shell of a body will just kind of sit there. What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
In the seance, Margaret Thatcher had some interesting things to say. Funnily enough, they seem to align with all of the goals and objectives of Happy Science.
I couldn't understand the EU system. Now EU is destroying. I've heard that.
She was very keen on Japan expanding its military and invading and attacking China and Korea.
Why on earth would Margaret Thatcher want Japan to expand its military? Margaret Thatcher was a child, not a young, like she was alive during the war. Okay? Why would she want Japan's military to expand? Like anybody with the barest knowledge of history would go, that's bullshit.
Fight!
Yeah.
Just fight!
We fight.
Japan should fight!
She did not like President Obama very much, and she thought that he should be killed.
Never permit intrusion! Attack them!
It's quite surreal.
This particular...
Oh my. This is weird.
God's been having a few family problems. Ryuo's eldest son, Hiroshi, recently left Happy Science, and he's been slagging them off ever since. Today, Hiroshi's trying to make his own way as an actor and YouTuber. I mean, it must be hard stepping out of your dad's shadow when loads of people think he's God.
While he held a kind of a sacred position within the kind of central holy family, he's now denounced as demonic by the organization. And
so his son has left, and his son is like, this is bullshit. I'm out. Like, wow, that has to be hard. But I mean, like, his son has a lot of courage to do that.
And is being sued for defamation.
Happy Science was one of a number of new religions that emerged in Japan in the late 80s and early 90s. While it has a relatively utopian mission statement to unite all people beyond religion, culture, and ethnicity, it's got a dark side too. Apparently, these tidings of peace and love don't extend to China or North Korea, who Happy Science really hate. It even set up its own Japanese nationalist party to push this agenda.
It's very...
Why does a religious group need a political party? I don't. We're not a cult, though. We're not a cult. We're totally not a cult, guys. It's fine.
Much focused on remilitarizing Japan, preparing them for the threat of China, which they believe is a major threat to Japan and the world, and also to North Korea. In their first major election campaign, they famously had a YouTube commercial in which nuclear weapons from North Korea were being launched.
This is crazy. I don't know how anybody looks at this and doesn't see, first of all, a problem. Second of all, doesn't see the whole thing about, do you guys remember the Chimpokomon episode of South Park? That's what this is. It's just using a religious cult instead of Pokemon toys to further its political / ideological agenda.
And exploding in Japan and causing mushroom clouds.
We believe the value of religious freedom that creates the real world peace.
They are a party that has a nationalistic outlook and a security sense, but an internationalist view. They're not a racist party of, the pure Japan, let's have no immigrants. It's a sort of a mixture that makes them quite unique. Some might suggest that their campaigning is to bring attention to the religion itself.
I would agree with that. I would agree that it's not just a what's the word I'm looking for? It's not like it's more than what they're saying it is. They're trying not only to recruit people, but almost to get people to agree with them, even if they don't join with them, so that when and if they do execute any of this ridiculous nonsense, they have people like maybe maybe to like, I don't know, have a backing that's outside of their organization. It's all to destroy the evil power. Do they pay taxes? I doubt it.
Happiness Realization Party was led for years by Ryuo's ex-wife Kyoko. She swore that if she was ever elected Prime Minister of Japan, she would carpet bomb North Korea. Perhaps unsurprisingly, she never tasted electoral success.
So Kyoko was in charge of the Happiness Realization Party, as well as playing a kind of a role in their divine cosmology. That is, she is the wife of Ryuho Okawa and also a reincarnated goddess herself.
Oh, of course she is. A reincarnated goddess. Because why not? Everyone would love to be a reincarnated god or goddess, I'm sure. Because, I love how everybody who wants to do the whole god or goddess thing, like, never has any idea or inkling of how much responsibility it would have to be.
Reincarnation of Aphrodite's.
They've definitely got a political wing, and they've got a different agenda to the one that they claim to have, which is about a harmonious earth and peace between all people. They really want to be quite aggressive in Japan, arming up and attacking other nations and making Japan a bigger and richer nation. So it's quite nefarious and menacing when you look into it.
Like us,
It would be like if Canada decided to subversively use hockey, poutine, beer, Tim Hortons, and maple syrup in some way alongside film and music to expand, to get our countrymen into the mindset of battle to take over, intrude the US and take over Michigan and Vermont and all this shit. It's weird. It's Japan, so maybe they pay taxes. That's true. I don't know how the Japanese government looks at religion.
son Kyoko has repeatedly attacked Happy Science since she left 10 years ago. She says it has just 30,000 followers, just a fraction of the 12 million it claims.
So Happy Science has 12 million followers around the world in over 106 countries. We have branch temples in every continent, all over the world.
Her defection was a dramatic affair that made covers of tabloids in Japan. I think she was also denounced as demonic.
Most people have a one-track mind.
And again, like this religious language, right? They say they're not a cult, but they use this religious language, like this, you're demonic if you disagree with us. This whole reincarnation idea,
However, there are different kinds of people and many ways of thinking and living, just as there are various kinds of butterflies.
That's a very good point. That's a very, very good point. Okay, where am I here? Where am I here? Okay. Oh my god. Okay. I'm going to do two more things here. So we're going to look at this wonderful Twitter video from Keffels. Yes, Keffels. We're going to look at this. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the Andy No thing? Did that? Huh. Oh, you know what it is? It's... Here we go. Down here. Okay. So, here we are. So, this is an Andy No tweet. Keffels! A trans far-left live streamer claims that the controversial hashtag trans teacher with the large breast prosthetic is actually a biological woman with a medical condition that causes enlarged breast tissue. So, yeah. Here's the video, guys.
Teacher in question is not trans. The teacher is a cis woman that has breast hypertrophy. And basically that's a medical condition in the breast connective tissues, which makes the breast become excessively large. So if it's true, and I have no reason to believe it isn't, a random cis woman with a medical condition ended up getting harassed by Tucker Carlson because, yeah, Tucker Carlson was misgendering a cis woman, doing targeted harassment against a cis woman with massive breasts. And it's like, it's at a point where it's so fucking big. It's like, do they even make bras that big at that point?
Dude,
I don't even know.
Idiot.
Yeah, it's like surgery might be a route, but we don't know. We don't know anything about this woman. We don't know her life story. We don't know why any of this is happening. And all it took is one photo where she might have looked a little bricked up. And then boom, you got a whole fucking transphobic media cycle. Just the amount of bullshit that they were able to cobble together with one video and like 2 fucking photos.
Wait.
It's impressive how fast and efficient this propaganda machine works at making people hate trans people.
No, it's not people doing anything to make hate trans people. Fuck off. You lying... Oh. God. What makes them excessively large? Pumps? No, it's this guy is a guy. He's a man. He's wearing those fake, and they're not even like the actual inserts that an actual trans person would wear if they were dysphoric. They're like the novelty huge boobs. No, I'm out of coffee. No. So here we have this TikTok video. Where are we? What am I doing? Why am I on TikTok here? Oh, 21 messages. Why am I... Oh, right. I don't know why I'm here. So, yeah, that's what so for our last thing, we're gonna look at my comments. So I did a short I did a couple of shorts, actually, last night. And I got some pretty nasty fucking comments on one of them. Hold on. Where am I here? Okay. Here we go. Let's look for the shorts. No, we need... Where are we? I gotta get to my comments for my shorts. Okay, here we go. Where are we here? Here's my shorts. I'll just read the comments in the what I'll do is I will read you the comments here. And so I posted a short because we got the cat suit for the costume for the cosplay. And somebody posted, you look like a Wish as Edward Scissorhands. Like, discount Edward Scissorhands. Then somebody else said, ew. And then somebody else said, somebody get me some bleach. To which I replied, now that's dedication to cosplay. Because it's like, I don't understand, like, this whole thing about, like, shitting on people. And of course, like, the people that were saying this shit, most of them were dudes. And on TikTok, I got a dude that actually said, seriously, you fell for the trend of sexualizing women? I'm like, really? Because I'm having a good time and I wanted to do this. I'm sexualizing women? Fuck that. Going into the doctor. Okay, good luck, honey. Play the shorts. I will try to play the shorts. So here we go. Let's see. Blind press. Where are we here? Where are we here? Where are we here? I just want the stupid... I just want... Ugh. I give up. I give up. Well, guys, I'm going to, where am I? I'm going to end this here because I've been going for an hour and a half and I need to get up and stretch. But I will be back tomorrow on Twitch in the morning for Beat the Blind Girl. And I'll be back here on Friday for Friday Free for All. And I hope you guys will have a wonderful time. I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys